Today I'm going to show you how to make a painted value scale test strip. So first, I'm always going to put my first, last name, and my teacher's name on the back. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is divide up how many values I'm going to be having on this paper. And for this value scale test strip, we're going to have at least 6 values. So first I'm going to divide it down about halfway with a pencil. And then I'm going to do 2, if I look at this as 2 separate parts, 1 box and 2 box, I'm going to put 2 more lines in each of these boxes so that I can have 3 here, 3 here to make 6. So here I'm going to divide this left box into 3 strips. And then on the right-hand side here, I'm also going to divide this into 3 strips as well, into 2 extra lines. Again, notice it's okay if they're a little uneven as long as I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars to work with. Okay? Now I will be ready to paint it with my selected color of choice, which in this case is green since that's my favorite color. So before I even start painting, I want to take my nice clean brush and just grab from the communal black and white a scoop of that white over here on my personal palette, wiping it off, and then washing it before I move to take my scoop of black. So I'm dabbing it down at the bottom of my water to really fully clean it out all of that paint. Dab it off on my paper towel and taking a scoop of this black from the communal table and putting it here on my personal palette. I'm going to grab a little bit more black here. Okay, so now on my personal palette, I have my color of choice and a little bit of black and white from the middle of my table. Now I'd be ready to wash out my brush and start with my color, the green color. So again, I'm dabbing my brush at the very bottom of my cup. I'm wiping it off on the sides. And then I'm dabbing it with my paper towel, making sure I get all the water and paint off of this brush. Okay, so the way that you're going to start this is you're going to take your color of choice, in my case is green, take a big scoop of that green paint, and I'm going to put it on one of these 2 middle values. It doesn't really matter if you choose the left or the right. In this case, I'm going to choose the right one. And I'm just going to fill in this one with all pure green. There's no black in this. There's no white in this. It's just pure green color. Your color might be blue or purple or red, whatever your color is, you got to pick just your pure, unchanged color. Be aware of craftsmanship, filling in the lines nice and neat. Once my pure green color is there, I'm going to choose which direction do I want to go to. So for this case, I'm going to go to the left, and I'm going to make this the lighter color. So I want my green to get a little bit lighter and then a little bit lighter, and the lightest green I can make. I do this by adding white in small increments at a time. So for this next box, I still have green on my brush. I don't have to rewash it again. And I'm just going to grab some white, a little bit of white, not too much. I can always add more white in later. And I'm going to fill this in with a lighter tint of green. That is the green mixed with a little bit of white. Now, I think it got a little too light. I think I put too much white in my brush, so I'm just going to grab some more green while it's wet, mixing that green right into my color. That shade, that tint looks good. And I'd be ready to move on to the next one. Still don't have to wash out my brush because I'm going in same direction here. So I'm just going to add even more white to my brush for this next box. Making sure I'm aware of my lines. If your colors look too similar, if they look the same, add more white or add more green, whatever color it is that you need to get to in order to make sure that there's a difference between each box. You do not want these boxes to look the same. Okay, there's my next one. Getting a little lighter as we go. And all the way over here, I'm going to do mostly white, barely any green. Notice how I still have not even had to go back into my communal black and white. I kept with the little amount that I put onto my palette. So I'm just going to scoop up a big scoop of this white. I still have some green on my brush. That's probably all the green I'm going to need. I can always go back in with more green if I need to. Bring this in. Maybe do want to add a tiny bit more green. And there I have my lightest green, my last light value there on the left. So here I got my tints of green, so a color with white added to it. And now I'm ready to go to the end of my value scale for the darker shades, my color with black added to it. So far I've not used black, but now I'm ready to do so. So before I use black, I don't want to put black on this brush without washing it because black and white makes gray. I don't want this green to look like a gray green. So I'm going to wash my brush out, dabbing at the bottom of my cup, wiping off on the side, wiping it off on the paper towel so that I get all that white out of my brush. I look at my brush and I see I don't have any white left, so I'm good to now take a little bit of, move these out of the way since I don't need them anymore. Take a little bit of this black with my green. So I'm going to do mostly green with a little bit of black. Now, black goes a long way. So you can always add more black, but you cannot take away. So start with just a little black, and if it's not dark enough, you can add a little bit more. Remember, if you cannot tell the difference between the two boxes, you might want to add more green or more black, whichever side it is you need to go towards. I think this is a pretty good shade of black. Shade being a color plus black, shade of green here. I can see the difference between the two boxes. So I'm ready to go on to my last box, which is going to be more black added to my green. So I've got my green here, and I'm going to do more black than I did with that one. Being aware of my lines, filling in my whole box, craftsmanship, neat, clean, and complete. And there I've got my value scale. So I have 6 different values of green. I started in the middle with my pure color. I chose which direction I wanted to move towards, so then I have to wash my brush out constantly. I chose to move towards the tint, so I added a little bit of white, a little bit more white, and a lot more white. Then I washed my brush out, and then I went towards my shades and added a little bit of black and a little bit more black over here. So now I have 6 different tints and shades of green.